NBA basketball in store for you here at Chase Center in San Francisco, the home of the Warriors on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. So Cleveland will get the first possession. They get it back. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. No good with the wing jumper.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Basket good. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
The tray. Count that one for Mobley.
3 points.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now he's worried it's going to be one of those nights when Donovan Mitchell just goes off. He told me it's like guarding a ticking time bomb. You never know when he's going to blow up, but you're anticipating it. So coach is expecting the best out of his team, preparing for the worst. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Curry. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. That's to Curry. Stolen by Mitchell. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And understanding where to run to in transition. Mitchell is very opportunistic when the break is on.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Curry deciding where to go with it. From deep. And he's good on the three ball.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be
Hey, you better get out there zone,
they
boy.
did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Here's Curry after the Cavaliers pick up 3. Pass to Moody. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key. And the jumper is good. Curry's got 5 now.
So fast off the catch. Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
And here's Strus. Mobley outside.
Blocking foul called on Brandon Podziemski. First team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Allen. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Always a threat in the painted area. Jared Allen just too long inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Warriors making a change here. Here's Butler. 1:52 left here in the first quarter. No good with the layup. To the middle. Allen outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Garland. Now here's Allen. Deflected by Green. Deflected by Green.
That's some dumbass.
Warriors trailed by 3. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Now Butler. Following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, that's how you execute a pick and roll. Jimmy Butler just toying with the defense and waiting for the opening.
Pass to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Now you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Here's Butler. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Jimmy B doing his work there, challenging in the lane.
It's good. Strus has got 5.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Up the floor. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Podziemski. And it's off from three-point range. And he will by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Cavaliers?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
To the inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's Allen. And he banks in the layup. Allen's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Strus in the corner. And they double up Allen. A kick out to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Mitchell. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Warriors trailed by 7. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Chalk up 2 there.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Pass to Hunter. Mobley with it. Looking for Allen and gets it there. And they double up Allen. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 5. Here's Curry. He's got 7. Down low. Pass to Podziemski. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Ty Jerome at the line for 2.
He misses the free throw. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Now here's Wade to the paint. And Mobley throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside Curry. Outside Kuminga. There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. Fader on the way. Mobley with the block.
Substitution for your Warrior, Jimmy Butler.
Here's Garland. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Mobley. Plays it up off the glass. Mobley's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Podziemski with it. Still yet to score. Pass to Hield. Back to Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
.106 left now here in the second. Mobley is screened. Hunter for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
What I like about that is Hunter did not rush the shot.
Now Podziemski. That's a 2 from Hield. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Wade outside. Here's Jerome. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now, Mobley. After the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Golden State basketball.
And here are the Warriors now. Here's Podziemski. Nothing on the board. Pass to Butler. And here is Moody. They need this one. Unable to get that one. And so it's Cleveland. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And the Warriors with possession here. 15-point game. Right side, Green. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target from outside. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. We'll see the defending world champion Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And for those who are tuning in for offensive fireworks, Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And so Murray nails both of them. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams, Doris, with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who... balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. 4-point game. Here's Murray. Pass to Brown. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And here's Porzingis for a three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Gordon with it. Out guarded by Tatum. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Pass to Porzingis. Celtics passing it around. Out to White. A three ball. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Murray outside. Jokic inside. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "You can play small and big. You have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Shot clock at 6. Wide open look here for Murray. They get it again. It's Porter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. To the paint. Out to White. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. White's got 5 now.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Checking in for the Celtics, Luke Cornett, Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard.
1:32 left to play in the first. And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Brown wide open. He fires.
3 points.
Hits it from three-point range.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Now here's Murray. Pass to Porter. Now Jokic. Takes it off the glass. 6 points for him.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Here's Pritchard. Back to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Pass to Jokic.
Celtics foul. Sam Hauser.
For Denver, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. Free throw, good. Jokic.
Taking 2 shots.
And Jokic drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Hauser. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. Between
The Celtics 10.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They haven't been afraid of getting hit on the way up, marching their way to the line and capitalizing.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists.
Don't quit, bro. It's just a game, bro.
Triple-doubles and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well. Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here's Tatum. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. the Celtics making a change here. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Holiday. Good. It's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anyone.
Jokic with the bucket. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. You think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Celtics substitution. Al Horford.
And it's Jokic in the corner.
Jalen Brown. Derek White.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Jokic.
You know, that's a great example of how Porzingis can use his length to bother a shooter.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Celtics trail by 7. Back to Horford. It's to Porzingis. And here is Horford. Over in the corner, Brown. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 7. Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Porter. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Porter's got 6.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Horford, no luck. The Nuggets now on offense. Gordon with it. .35 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
And this, to me, is where Aaron Gordon can excel. This guy embraces contact on the way up.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Number 2, Aaron Gordon.
The free throw drops for Gordon. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways. Making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Down by 12. Outside, Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. From deep three-point land, Denver grabs the miss. Pass to Brown. Fires for three. It's good from long range. He has 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Bro, I ain't in no zone no more, bro. Score.
The Nuggets on top, up by
When I was playing zone, nigga, you was scoring.
Get going after this from Ball Arena.
Man, ain't nobody off, bro. I'm checking. You doing all ball in there.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics trailed by 15. Here's Tatum. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming.
We know that Jason Tatum is a gamer. This guy willing to take punishment on his way to the cup.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game here. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Clock at 6. Here's Westbrook. Al Horford with the rebound. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
It's White on the wing. Another shot. Here's Porzingis. And finally they hit one. Porzingis has got it back down to single digits for Boston.
I'll tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
Westbrook missed inside. And here's Boston. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 7.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets making a change here. Here's Murray.
Substitution for your
down low. Six to shoot. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's the Celtics ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Here's White. White with another miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Nice move. Can't get it to fall. Celtics trailed by 7. Brown outside. From beyond the arc and then some. He's got 8.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
Outside Gordon. It's up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Boston.
Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Celtics substitution. Number 4, Drew Holiday.
1:52 left to play in the third. Outside, White. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, this is a go-to shot for Russell Westbrook. That mid-range ability, just where he is so confident and comfortable.
Outside, Tatum. It's White on the wing. Celtics passing it around. 5 to shoot. Horford's shot is good. Horford's got his first points in this one.
Al Horford's shot is just so pretty. Doesn't get a ton of lift, but boy, is he accurate.
Denver calls timeout. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Nuggets leading by 4. High post, Jordan. It's hauled in by Cornette. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Brown outside. Sinks that one from the post. And now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Count that one. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Holiday. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Muscling through contact. Holiday has the strength and body control to do it.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game keeper. Inside, Cole. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Brown outside. And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. Nuggets lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the 4th.
41.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. 3-point lead. Pass to Jokic. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his 2nd personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Jokic. Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
This guy just isn't missing today. I mean, what a day he's had from the field.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
Here's Tatum.
Well, with a high release point, Jason Tatum can be calm under duress on the interior. That's nice.
Now, here's Jokic. And it's Denver scoring again.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Pass to Pritchard. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And Jokic slings it in.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Listened in to what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Brown's shot is off. Outside Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Holiday, no one around him.
Damn, I'm bullshit.
On the assist by Horford.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
No reason.
The kick out to Holiday. In the corner. Tatum with it. Outside, Horford. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Porter with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Porter, no
Pressure for no reason.
So a nice defensive play. Alter the shot, then stay right there to clean up the glass.
Oh, Tatum finds a way.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment, he is unafraid.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires it up. And again, Denver no good. The Celtics with the lead. Now here is Holiday. Good on the three-point shot.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working and allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Open shot by Murray. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. There's Porzingis. Buries it down low. Porzingis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
And it's Jokic missing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Porzingis can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Gordon. And Boston with the rebound.
Now so this whole game, but
He's got to be upset with that one.
sorry.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. White, wide open. He fired. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Jokic has a two-pointer. Horford with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out all right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Brown, no good. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Celtics ball.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. So the Clippers win the tip. Pass to Harden. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Shot clock at 2, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Brown. Gordon outside. Pass to Jokic. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. For 3, Powell. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
On the wing, Porter. Murray from outside knocks down the long J.
This is Murray's game, a shoot-first combo guard who's ready to fire as soon as he has it.
Harden with it. Pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. And stolen by Jokic. Here's Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness to slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Here's Harden. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw in this game. That's good from Harden.
If you want to know how clever Harden is as a player, just take a look at his one-on-one game, the way he can pretty much beat any defender. Quite impressive.
Now here's Porter. Gordon outside. Jokic in the post. And the layup is good off the glass.
Timeout. Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Jones. Pass to Dunn. Leonard on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Denver leading by 4. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's important for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Now here's Jones.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. They get it again. Now here's Zubac. Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
The explosive move by Kawhi at the rim. The defense had no answer there.
Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Murray's got 5 points.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
The shot by Dunn, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
Clippers trail by 7. A chance here to catch up with Alli from the sideline.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and I asked him about their matchup against the multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. He told me, quote, Jokic is going to find a way to impact the game. We just need to make it tough on him. We have to bring the physicality and be cognizant of other guys cutting to the rim. We'll see how their defense holds up, B.A.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Pass to Šarić. And here's Murray. Šarić down low. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. 8-point game. Right side, Bogdanović. Here's Coffey. Leonard for 3. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Leonard scores at all 3 levels. He's a threat anywhere on the floor.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Shot by Leonard, no good. To the wing on the left. No one near him. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 8 points.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
And so it's Denver with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they're deep. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Denver?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from 3-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Šarić outside. Back to Murray. Launches it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Pass to Eubanks. Now here's Leonard. Back to Bogdanović. No good on the 3. The Nuggets lead by 9. Here's Brown. And Harden with the block.
Some hard-nosed defense from Harden on that block. That's sure to get the bench fired up.
Oh, got that one up quick.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And so here's Denver. Pass to Gordon. Outside for Porter. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now a timeout called by Denver. And the Nuggets making a change here. Denver in the lead. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Cancar. Right wing. And here's Jokic. Over Simmons. Jokic, no good. Here's Harden. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance, right? Where he needs it.
And the dunk by Jokic.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Pass to Eubanks. Powell with it. Now Eubanks to the inside. Outside for Harden. Back to Bogdanovich. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
All the talk is about Harden scoring, but I tell you what, he can dish that rock, too.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. Now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Out to the right wing. Westbrook right side. And Westbrook slams it home.
A guy with major bounce, Westbrook, can really get up there.
And Ty Lue, a moment to rest and confer on the game plan. We've got 1:08 left to play in the half. To the paint. Here's Jones. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
He had his back to the basket for over 5 seconds. That'll be a turnover. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
When Simmons is driving inside, I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Here's Brown. Kicks it out to Westbrook. .27 seconds left in the first half. Oh, Simmons with the block.
Active defense that time from Simmons, swatting down the shot with some force.
Jones. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Peyton Watson. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
3 seconds left. And it's laid in by Simmons. Simmons is... got 6 points. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Nuggets on top, up 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it. You know, one of the things you have to do to try to stop Westbrook is get physical with him. Bump him, slow him down some, especially on drives where he's looking to go right downhill, down your throat.
Leonard on the wing. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Zubac, screen. Here's Powell. Porter pulls it in. And so Murray will bring it up for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They get the rebound. Back to Westbrook. The Nuggets need to get one up. Pass to Gordon. Jacks up a 3. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. And now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
Outside Jones. Now here's Leonard. Pass to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Denver with a rebound. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Ball's going up the court. Westbrook, that's good. Westbrook's got 8.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Out to the wing. Jokic in the post. He's got 10. Westbrook with the miss.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
One thing that always stands out, Clark, the way Derrick Jones Jr. can levitate off the floor.
Yeah, he's got tremendous bounce. And you're right, he can just suspend himself in the air, which is unique. And it allows him to be an excellent defender because he can be 5 feet away from a guy and still bother him with his bounce and his length. And he's also become a pretty good corner pocket three-point shooter, too.
And Denver making a change here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jordan, the screen. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Yeah, that's just playing smart basketball that time. Murray doing a really good job to set himself up to get free for his shot.
Zubac, screen. Harden with it. Jordan picks him up. Snatched up. Zubac. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Now Jordan. No made baskets yet. Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Here's Jordan. It's deflected. And he gets it back. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
You won't often find Gordon in the mid-range, but he cleverly capitalizes on an opening.
Zubac, screen. Harden with it. Jordan picks him up. Harden misses. Denver leading by 7. Pass to Brown. .30 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving inside. Jordan with it. He's guarded by Zubac. Jordan with the bucket.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Harden. He's got 7. And Harden with the slam.
this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
One shot.
Gordon, no good on the free throw. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Clippers trail by 9.
Foul against the Nuggets. Ball. First personal foul. First team foul.
Leonard outside. Tries to spin move. To the middle. Jokic grabs the board.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And slammed it home. And
2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines.
Damn, full turn TV down.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you
Oh,
throw
man,
that
dude,
pass
run out the door.
that gets to him right on the money,
Oh,
whether
turn
that's
TV
on the
down.
run or in the shooting pocket.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Pass to Dort. Here's Hartenstein. Davis with the double team. It's stolen by Davis. Gafford with the ball. Wow, hammering it in.
We're always looking to see if somebody has a better shot, even if your name's Klay Thompson. Nice
Bro,
dig.
turn your damn TV down, fool.
Holmgren shoots the three. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with the triple. Left side, Irving.